about you. You're the axe guy.
I'm the axe guy.
Holy shit.
I collect old logging axes, you know, it's a piece of Humboldt history, so
Bro,
I just wanted to read you one. And
well, listen, Natalie said to me, she said, yeah, this guy makes axes up in Humboldt, and wants to know if you can make me one. I said, absolutely, can I meet you? And I said, make me a fucking axe, absolutely, can beat this, bro, we gotta get a picture of this.
Well, and I make them, and I just want to thank you for always coming home and in your community. This is my son, Nate, right here.
Your son?
This is one of my oldest, yeah.
I don't look like you're old enough to have a kid that age.
I just turned 57. I'm with you.
Good to guys.
Hey, welcome to the Humboldt Axe YouTube channel. I'm Doc, and this time I got another axe build, and this one's for Guy Fieri. So stay tuned, hang with me. Let's get to it. Come on, buddy, let's go. Well, I get to make another axe. I love making axes. But this one's for Guy Fieri. He's going to be in town, and I think most people probably know this, but he grew up in Humboldt, over in Ferndale. And he's an active member in our community here in Humboldt, and he comes home all the time. And so we really appreciate Guy. I think I could speak for most people in Humboldt. We appreciate him always coming back home and participating. And so I know that he has talked about his father had passed away not too long ago, and his dad was born in 1942, just like my dad, and my dad passed away in 2020. And I love my dad, so I can relate in a little bit of way there. So I'm just going to make him an axe here, just as an expression of appreciation and thank you to him for always supporting our Humboldt community. And so what I'm going to do is make him a big old Conan the Barbarian axe. You know, Humboldt's got a pretty deep history in logging and all the rest of it. And back in the day, you know, they'd hand fall these big old trees. And I've got this big old Warren bit. These things are kind of hard to come by, actually. I would put this thing in at least, it's got to be 90 to 100 years old. These, it's a peeler pattern, you know, but I really like the Sager chemical axes and the Sager bits. But before they changed the name, they were Warren Axe and Tools. So this one's pretty old. I'm going to leave the patina on it and all that, and I'm going to put it on a 36-inch Adirondack handles. I've got quite a bit of these, and I keep them for, you know, special occasions here and there. I actually use my splitting axe, my main splitting axe here. Make the max here. This is my main splitting axe. It's on a 36-inch Adirondack. It's got a big old head on it. This thing's old too. I bet you this one's got to be 100 years old too. You see how deformed it is? This thing was big back in the day. But so I'm going to make him one like this. Same kind of finish. The last one I did was, the last one I made, Jeff Schroeder sent me one of his heads. You know, this thing's wicked, man. But I don't know if you can see the finish on it. I'll have to put it in the light. But I did it with an ebony wood die. And it came out wicked, man. So that's what it's going to be. I'll put a red wrap on it as well, too. So I'm going to get to it here. I think this bit's over 5 pounds easy, but I need to get it weighed first. So let's do that. I've been good about getting into good habits here, and always weighing my bits before I get to going, just to kind of ensure how big these things are. So let's see how much this thing's going to weigh here for reals. All right, hopefully you can see that. Let's see what this thing is here. 5 pounds, 4.5 ounces. Yeah, this thing's big. So sweet, man. Okay. All right. This away. I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up first and put an edge on it. I'm not gonna make it sharp. I'll put a nice, get the edge cleaned up and get it a little cleaned here, and but I'm not gonna make it razor sharp. It's, you know, it's a display axe. You can use it for whatever he wants, but let me get this thing cleaned up here. Nice, it's killer still. I took the edge like off it, but I fixed the bevel, and it's amazing how these old heads still is killer, man. They just don't make it like that anymore. So, all right, get to hafted in here. Once I start the head on there, I just follow it, you know. I try to take as little amount of wood as I possibly can, which is why I use a draw knife. So I swear, I don't know what it is about making axes this way. Just about all those old school followers back in the day. It's cool, man. I love using a draw knife. You could use a sander. It's, you know, probably faster, but I just don't like to take more wood than I have to. All right, let's see what we got here. Just at least you can see how much wood I'm going to have to take. Once I get it started, I'll bring it all the way down, you know. See what we got. Ooh. All right. You know, you got to be careful with these heads. You look at them and you might think it goes this way. It don't. The small eye goes on the bottom, you know. Most people know that, but I've seen too many axes that are hafted upside down, and you just got to pay attention, you know. All right, got some work to do here, so once I get this thing on there, I know what I'm working with, you know. See how it just curls this up? You can really shape your handle good with this thing. You get it on a sander and it's just got to be careful with it. Anyway, to each their own. It's just how I do it, you know. Took a lot of wood. Just about there though. Well, it's tedious work, but you shape your handle when you use a draw knife. It just takes forever, you know. All right, let's see what we got here. I think I'm there, you know. Whoop. Adjust it up a little bit. All right. Swear. Just got to pay attention. I put it on right every time. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Oh yeah. Man, look at that. Nice and proud. once I bang that thing down and clean it up, not a gap. Look at that thing. Man. Could be like Conan the Barbarian, man. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and get it gripped. Yeah. This thing sanded. Well, it's a lot of work, but it's a properly sanded handle. All right, go get Guy's name engraved on this thing. Came out all right, wouldn't you say? What about it? Right? We're high tech and humble. All right, get a burn on this thing. And get the wood dye on it, and I'll let it sit overnight. It's a little bit of a process, but can't argue with the results, man. Alright. It's a properly burned axe. Okay. Let that cool off and get the dye on there. Alright, that should be good to go. Yeah. Try not to put it on with too hot, it'll evaporates my dye, man. I just use it's a water base, you know. We can see that in the light. Anyway. General finishes, in case you're wondering. All right, let's do it. This dye will, when I put the poly on it, it'll lift a little bit of it, and then it lets the wood grain come out. It looks really cool. But I'm tired, man. It's an all-day process, but I'm going to get this dye on here and let it sit overnight. All right, let that sit up. Let it get good and dry overnight, and then I'll pound the wedge into this thing tomorrow. All right, nice and dry. Man, that came out cool. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that black ebony dye is cool. But once I put the poly on there, it'll lift some of it, you know? And then it gives it a really cool sort of vintage look. So, all right. Let me get this thing hafted. I'm going to bang this wedge. I got to get all prepped and get this thing set. Yo. Hammer it home here. Surprised it took that much of a wedge, just a tall one, so let that set up and get this thing finished off. Sweet. Let that sit up and we're almost done. Hanging out, eating bugs. All right, I'm gonna get this thing sealed up. Man, ouch. Right? Man, that came out cool. All right, I'm gonna get some poly on this thing. Give it a few days to cure. I swear, every single one of these I've ever done, every axe comes out one of a kind, and this one's no different. I've never made an axe and they always come out the same. Kind of makes it fun. All right. Let that set up and good to go. All right, man. Final product. Man, this thing came out nice. Just going to get it cleaned up here. I just put a coat of WD-40 on it. Or 3-in-1 works good too, but I left most of all the patina on there. I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Man, I swear, every axe I've ever done, they all come out pretty unique. And this one's no exception, so hopefully Guy appreciates it. now I got to get it to him, and hopefully I get a picture with him. That would be cool. But you know, Guy Fieri grew up in Ferndale. Probably most people know that, and he always comes back to our community here in Humboldt. And I know I think I speak for a lot of us and say we really appreciate him doing that. Humboldt's a very small community, and so just kind of my family's way of saying thank you, you know. That's about it. And actually the handles came out pretty nice. Maybe I should get it out in the sun maybe a little bit. I use the ebony dye, you know, and it came out pretty cool, but I don't know if you can tell, but that's it, man. Took me a little while, but came out pretty nice. So cool, man. Well, another one down. And I've got a few axe builds that I've got going on, but this was just a cool opportunity. So hopefully next time you see it, I'll be handing it to Guy Fieri. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm proud of that one for sure. Another beautiful day in Humboldt. I'm headed over to Ferndale, to the fairgrounds. Guy Fieri's got a meet and greet, so I'm going to participate in that. And then he's hosting a chili cook-off, so that ought to be fun. And then I'm supposed to meet up with Ian, which is Guy Fieri's contact, and talk to him and see about how I can get this axe to Guy Fieri. So I appreciate them responding and getting this thing hopefully set up, but I don't know, we'll figure it out once we get there. Get up over the Fern Bridge here. It's warm, it's like 64 degrees, it's nice, but a little bit of an offshore layer coming in. We'll ride through Ferndale. We love Ferndale, man. All right, we're gonna get over to the fairgrounds here. Check out the rides, man. Is that the zipper? It is the zipper. Skip the zipper, man. All right, let's get parked up here. Breezy, man. Man, look at the zipper. I rode that thing one time. My best friend Lee growing up lured me onto that thing, and it got stuck and he kept spinning it, so skip it. All right, we're gonna get in and get this thing figured out here.
Like that one.
Alright, man. Get to vote on the chili cook-off here. Beer bean chili.
Hey, Allie, I put 2 cans of tomato paste. Put those in kitchen fire roll.
right, well, sweet. Mike's gonna help me out. He's gonna get me back in so I can hand this axe to Guy. So this ought to be cool. All right, I'm gonna go grab it real quick here. All right, man. Let's go get this to Guy, man. Came out pretty wicked. Hi, Guy.
What's up, guys?
My name's Doc.
Doc?
Good to meet you.
How are you?
Humboldt.
Pleasure.
I made you an axe here.
So, I heard about you. You're the axe guy.
I'm the axe guy.
Holy shit.
I collect old logging axes, you know, it's a piece of Humboldt history, so
Bro,
I just wanted to read you one and...
Well, listen, Natalie said to me, she said, yeah, this guy makes axes up in Humboldt. He wants to know if you can make me one. I said, absolutely, can I meet you? I said, make me a fucking axe, absolutely, can be. This, bro, we gotta get a picture of this.
Well, I make them, and I just wanted to thank you for always coming home. And your community. This is my son, Nathan here.
Your son?
This is my oldest,
I don't
yeah.
look like you're old enough to have a kid that age.
I just turned 57. I'm with it.
Good for girls.
All right.
Did you sign it?
I didn't sign it, but...
Ian, we have silver? I'm gonna hang that at my house here. These guys need one suit.
oil the head. This is W40.
So tell me what year that is.
100 years old. It's an old war. So I do an old stone logger, you know, probably sat in the barn or something. So I take them and I make tough rod handles.
You sell these online?
I just started a business. I've been working.
Well, no, this reason is because I got some guys that would like to get this for Christmas.
100%. I gave Mike my information. I don't have cards yet. I just started trying to. I just started. You know,
How'd you get named Doc?
I used to teach. I worked for. I retired from Humboldt State University, and I taught at Stanislaus State. I retired at Humboldt 2 years ago to start a family business. Never did it before.
Were you a worker and all that before?
My dad was. My dad was at 50 years. You know, we weren't a wealthy family at all. But we just kind of taking on this tradition. You know what I mean? And
Well, I'll tell you, a buddy of mine took me an axe engraved from New Orleans. And the cool thing is we make a whole so people can advertise that with them. But I'll tell you what, and you can put that picture up. But I think that that's a piece of history yourself.
big time. And my uncle he's a retired fireman. I just made a fireman's axe, and I made a big display for him. I just have the website. I'm going to
Fireman axes are really cool thing because my foundation, the Guy Fieri Foundation, our whole thing is about first responders, active military veterans. That could be a really cool thing. Get a couple of those made.
And I can actually, I etched my uncle's axe.
I saw it on there.
He worked for Menlo Park Fire Department, and I was able to etch the shield on the axe as well. So it's all my axes are kind of on the website. I just use online, but my wife's like, really need to learn the history of them all and stuff like that.
I think the history stuff, even if it wasn't specifically the history of that one, knowing what kind of head it is, kind of like a little write-up on it.
Very good. Hold on, let me get it.
Thank you guys. Like if it wasn't with all of you guys, it wouldn't be happening. So
Yeah, well, thanks for running that on the
Yeah.
on the air. Really appreciate it. And I really do have to tell you this, and you're all the heavy hitters in the community. This wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been for me. She stayed on top of the whole thing, and she had to pick it up. It was cold, not happening. And she picked it up. She ran with it. She's been super supportive, helping me, navigate through my team and the way we do stuff. But the cups are awesome. We sold out the meet and greet over there. Every little dollar counts. This is just stuff this is almost free money in a sense, except for the prize money we got to give away. But we're doing things, making a positive direction. So great job. Really appreciate all your help. And yes.
I want to say thanks to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to be here. I know, you've excelled over the last 15 years. but you have never forgot where you came from. You bring your friends up, and they accept us all, and it's great to see them on an annual basis or buy whenever we get a chance. But you don't have to be here, but you are committed to our local community. That says a lot about what you are, and we really appreciate you coming back a lot.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. This is Brian Daly. Brian's my best friend from college. He's the godfather of my kids. He runs my foundation, so the Guy Fieri Foundation. Our motto is serving those who serve us. So when the disasters happened, I was noticing that the first responders were eating MREs and granola bars in their car. And I said, come over here and eat. Come over and eat this stuff at the Paradise Fire. And they said, no, it doesn't look right. Our sheriff doesn't want us to do that. And I said, you guys are fire victims also. You've lost your houses. And I said, no. So I said, that's it. The next day we packed up the trailer. We moved the trailer behind the lines and went over and cooked for the first responders. He said, well, the news is over there. I said, I'm not doing this for the news. My dad was a veteran in the Navy, and having so many buddies that are first responders, and they really are warriors. They're heroes, and especially our veterans, they don't get the love and the respect and the thank you. And their active military makes such a commitment, not just them but their families. So when the disasters happened, we were down in LA recently. We served 25,000 meals. Now, granted, they're going to be fed by somebody, but it's about the respect in the community showing that reciprocation, and we should be doing that for them every single day, in my opinion. And so when we don't have disasters, our team, we have a team on the West Coast and the East Coast, and soon to be the Midwest, in Tornado Alley. But when we don't have a disaster, we go around to different municipalities and just invite the sheriff, the police officers, the first responders, veterans, anybody that's there. But we'll do these events for 500, 1,000 people, Air Force bases, military compounds. We do them all. But Chef Cesar has been leading the way with us on that as well. But if there's ever, and we came up here, I think you guys knew a few years ago, we came up and did a big event where we fed, you didn't know we had that many veterans in Humboldt County.
They all came.
But that's what we do, and we're always looking
That was a good
for
event.
donations and support and ideas. So if you ever come across anybody that's looking for a place to send some money, and we operate on 99% of our budget goes to what we do. Brian's he's the only full-time team member we have, and we have one part-time. Otherwise, I paid for all the trailers to get it started, and that's it. I can't stand the organizations that have such, people go and make these organizations to employ their family. But no, we use all the money right to the bottom line. So that's it. Please have cocktails and beverages, but
Not too many.
Be present. And
Hey, Guy.
I'll see you guys in about, yes, sir.
You signed some bottles for a minute. I got to tell you this. I have macular degeneration, and I'm taken to my doctor, who was at Fountain Grove through the fire, and he appreciates
It's awesome.
what you did.
Yeah, and if you guys ever have things like with your organizations, if you ever have things that you need a donation, especially for the Sheriff's Department or CHP, if you guys have that, or if you have something for a school or whatever, you ever want that signed, any of that kind of stuff, Megan knows how to find me and find my admin team, and I'll be more than happy. Don't ever hesitate to ask. If you have it you want signed, or if you need some help with a project, especially when it has to do with those three, with the active military veterans and first responders, let me know. Okay? Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, well, that was cool. Let's go check out some chili here. Hello.
Yeah. Who's looking at
Huh?
Thank you.
See the trophies? Look at that thing, man. What are those chilies on the top?
Eyeball in the bag, and we need a fresh dried chili.
All right. Let's go try some chilies, man.
You guys want to try some chilies?
I'm gonna burn my face off. Am I gonna have taste buds left?
Yeah. It's coffee to start your day here.
I don't know, man. Okay, go ahead. Let's see.
Choose your own adventure.
What's what?
Honestly,
something green.
that's not always
See?
the best.
I know it's not. It's not.
Hey, that's cayenne. Here, I'll eat one of those for you. Here.
All right. I love the spicy, but I got to work up my tolerance for the.
Here,
I want to be able to
like
taste my food after about a minute. You know what I mean?
Monster Red Maruga.
My bald spot will start kicking off, and I know I went too far. That's my meter.
We got like 7-pot yellows in here. There's this mustard one.
Which one's the mustard? I don't want to put my.
That.
Grab one.
Yeah, that one was hella mild. I think I ate the same kind as you. I don't think it had.
All right. You season them at all, or?
No, these are just out of my dehydrator.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's catching up to me a little bit here. Not bad. All right.
Here.
Are you cooking right now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go by. I'll come by and see you.
We're cooking chili for old people though. When I do it by myself, I grow a greenhouse every year, a 45-foot greenhouse in my backyard. It's full of hot peppers, mostly habaneros. I make hot sauce and chili flake, and I make my own salt and stuff.
Do it right, huh? It's awesome.
You want another one?
No, I'm good. I'll come by and see you again. Thanks.
For sure. I'm wandering down here to help you.
Yeah, so
Well, we took like all the
Ringer.
What?
One of the two that dropped.
Cool, man.
Well, then we got it. Help with yours, Ferndale.
Yeah, it's on the other side.
Check out the other booths here.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Doing work, huh?
Working on it.
Smells good, man. Hello. In my mind, right?
Go for it. You just go for it.
He's 25. I got him there. My youngest is 20. So far, so good. Okay.
I judged one at Mad River Brewery a few years back. And it was fun. And
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Good. We're just checking out the booths here.
We've got 8 minutes and we'll have the chili ready for you. Gotta let it simmer for that 8 minutes.
Get it just right?
Get it just right.
Okay. Man.
yeah, I shook his
Got the
hand.
teams here. Cool. We're going to chill out here for just a little bit. Enjoy the fun. Go to the actual meet and greet here.
Actually doing the whole barrier rides thing again.
Oh no.
Yeah, we should
Go ride the. Get there, man.
Dion and our cousins here. They would love this.
Dude, they get them all nice. Feed them corn dogs and then have them go ride the zipper, dude. Look at that thing. I'd be like a sugar bomb in my belly. Wow. Well, I gotta say, I think these days are over for me, man, but I used to dig this. Spent a long time growing up at the fair. We did 4-H, you know? My mom had us do 4-H. We showed sheep and pigs, and we raised guide dogs for the blind too back in the day. So we love to support the local fairs here, especially the Humboldt County Fair. All right. Oh, this is a good time. Man, this is awesome. Man. Looks like dizziness. Wow, what a cool experience, man. Really appreciate Guy Fieri taking the time, and what a cool guy, man. We really appreciate him. We appreciate him always coming back home and supporting our Humboldt community. So I think I can speak on behalf of a lot of us that call Humboldt our home to say thank you very much, Guy Fieri. You know, we really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. You know, my family and I, we greatly appreciate it. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much to all the people that have subscribed to this channel. It's just a small family channel, and we just kind of share what we do with the YouTube world. So from my family to yours, celebrate others, respect yourself. Love is powerful, man. And thank you, Guy Fieri. We'll see you on the next one. Coming home now. Bigger community. This is my son, Nathan here.
Your son?
This is my oldest,
I don't
yeah.
look like you're old enough to have a kid that age.
I just don't
57, I'm with you.
Good for girls.
All right.
Did you sign it?
I didn't sign it, but
We have silver? I'm going to hang that at my house here in Ferndale.